What was up, Unite? Like, why was 2025 so garbage, man? All you had to do was add defenders and supporters. And all you did was add 2 supporters and 1 defender and a billion all arounders. Like, why? Why did we add 4 megas to the game that were all arounder? What was the point of that? You had other choices. You had Slowbro, brother. You had Gengar. You had other choices. We could have totally added like a bunch of decent megas. Like Mega Tyranitar could have been a defender. You had Mega Dragonite, which could have been a defender. You had Mega Blastoise, obviously a defender. There was so many good choices. Mega Slowbro, something, but like all we got was all arounders. All of them were all arounder. What was that, dude? Even like Charizard Y was a questionable choice because it's like you already added Charizard X, which was all arounder, and then Y was also all arounder. Wouldn't it be an attacker because it's all attack? Like now you're just betraying the rules. God, man, it's just they mess it up every time. So you know what, Unite, I'm gonna help you. So this was my list last year. We didn't get any of these choices, which was very odd. I was expecting at least Aggron. Like, come on now. So I'm gonna give you more to do. We're gonna go and increase this to 24. 2 mons a month, always 2 mons a month. That was the only good thing about 2025. Was the last couple months had 2 mons a month. That was the only good thing. Like, come on now, dude. Even Tenacious Belt wasn't even that good. And the only thing good was just adding 2 mons a month. Like, come on, man. That shouldn't be the only good thing. So I'm going to help you out and give you way more options for 2026 because this is going to help the game and fix it. So let's talk about for Alligator. Yeah, it has a chance of being all arounder, but more than likely it's going to be defender because it's an absolute tank lord. Crunch can stun, Aqua Tail can shove, Superpower can throw. It has so many ways to stun and shove, and then Torrent can just boost its defenses when it's low. Aggron, same thing. Rocky Helmet, Rockhead would basically make it super tanky. I want Aggron to be a damage filter, to be completely honest. If it was a damage filter, that'd be fun. Every time it takes a bunch of damage, it would filter it out. That'd be insanely fun. Scolipede, basically a speedster that's able to run around really quickly. I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be fun if it had Mega Horn, if it had Steamroller, that would also be fun. And just let it dash around and poison people. We need more poison options. Levani, that would also be a great choice because it can use entertainment to distract opponents. It can use Grass Whistle to put things to sleep. It can use X Scissor to dash around and help its team. It can use Helping Hand to boost its allies' attack damage and maybe even heal. It has so many different ways to help out its team. I think even Aromatherapy, which would be kind of fun. Durant would also be likely to be all arounder, but it'd be fun if it was a supporter. If it could summon minions to kind of distract and help the team, that'd be great because distractions in Unite are very uncommon. The only ones that really distract hard are Sableye and like Greedent. And so having more distractions would actually be very helpful to the game. So Durant would be perfect because it can build nests, spawn minions, and it'd basically be a spawn camper that would hang out at goals. That'd be great because we need people to hang out on goals more. Goals need to be defended because oftentimes I find out that no one defends the goal and then boom, it's gone. Why? Sit at the goal, dude. Like, come on now. You could at least sit at the goal, defend it for a little bit, and Durant would be perfect for that. Garbodor would also be fun. It could probably use points as ammunition. I think the points gimmick is fun and all, but it really needs to be more like Zacian, where you can use points for different things, because the points are energy. It's pure energy that you throw into goals. So if it's energy, why aren't the Pokemon using that? Like use the energy. So Garbodor could use energy in order to deal more damage or maybe even spray at enemies and poison them, maybe even turning energy into damage. That'd be kind of fun. Licky Licky could be kind of like let's say like a Grendel and it's able to roll around. It can be able to stun and shove, and its own tempo could make it unstoppable. Maybe even using Lick to pull people in. If it was rolling around, it could probably use Lick as it rolls, thus pulling in a bunch of people like Blastoise's Rapid Spin. That'd be kind of cool. Instead of a push, it's a pull. Hydro Pump pushes when you use Rapid Spin, so pull with Lick. That'd be kind of fun. Tangrowth would also be an amazing choice because it has so many options. There's so many things you could do with Tangrowth that you really can't fail. All it has to be is a tanky all-arounder. No, not all-arounder. Fuck that. Sorry, tanky defender that could pull people in and poison and sleep people, or it can leech their lives and steal health. It'd be really fun that way. Then you got Sceptile, which could be a really fast dasher that can jump into battle and jump out. That'd be a really fun speedster to add to the game. And plus, Pokemon Tournament. There's a lot of Pokemon in Pokemon Tournament that's not in the game yet, like, Sceptile. Then you got Volcarona, which is more than likely going to be attacker, but if they're smart, they'd make it a speedster and make it to where Quiver Dance boosts its speed and it's able to fly around really quickly and basically be like a super sun god. When it uses its Unite, it could fly into the air. Maybe a giant ring of fire would appear on the ground and it just explodes. Boom, you deal a huge amount of damage, a massive explosion from the sun. That'd be so cool. You got Lapani, which would be a really fun, speedy speedster that could jump around the map really quickly. It could get to its allies really quickly by using bounce and like jump around. It could also use high jump kick to jump around, but if it misses, it just deals a little bit of damage to Levani. The Lapani. It's like the same name. You jump around and like kick people and stuff. That'd be so fun. Swalot is the ultimate Grendel, and sure, you could make it all arounder, or you could make it an absolute defender with stockpile and be able to eat up energy for more defense. It could also be a supporter too by spraying and poisoning, and then it could absorb energy and become pseudo defender. So it can be a supporter that can become a defender by eating points and basically gaining like a shield armor kind of thing. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be really fun. It could eat up points like Grendel and become armor filled and then like spit it out as projectiles. It basically would be Grendel with stockpile and spit up. That'd be so cool. I would love that. Walrein would be a unique special defender that could wall and tank. It could be an absolute unit shoving and like freezing people in place. Walrein would be perfect for the game because Walrein's underrated and Sfeel is overrated. So you could just, make the background art Sfeel, and then Walrein would be the actual playable character that could freeze and stun people in place. Now, Salamence would most likely be all arounder or an attacker, which I hate. Make it a defender. Defender, dude. Like, it's perfect for defender. It's a fat, tanky dragon. Like, come on now. Intimidate to lower damage. Maybe as a gimmick where it's like the first time it takes damage, it will calculate it, but it will see what the number would have been without defense, without any buffs or anything. It would see what the damage would be, use Intimidate to lower it by 20%, then it would calculate defense, and then it would calculate to the health. So you'd basically put a calculator at the beginning of the thing, so that way you lower the damage at first, then you apply defenses. Because if you apply defenses and then you lower it by 20%, it doesn't really work out as good as it would have been if it would have lowered it in the first place. So yeah, if you calculate defense first, the damage would be down to like 1,600. Then you do the 20. So let's say you take 2,000 damage and you do the defense, it would calculate it down to about 1,000. Then you do the 20%. That'd be kind of broken. So instead, you do the number first, lower it by 20%. So it'd be 1,600, and then you do defenses, which would knock it down to 1,000. It wouldn't be as much. So that's why I say put it up front first. I think that'd be best. Golurk could be all arounder. Hell no, make it defender. Make it pierce through walls. Make it an absolute unit that negates shields. That'd be awesome. It could just go through shields. It just wouldn't be able to get shields itself. If you put a shield on it, it just heals. That'd be kind of cool. Because they already do that with shields, where if you get a shield, it heals you. So it'd basically make Assault Vest an auto healer every 15 seconds. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of a really cool idea. Then you got Tortower with the power, being able to hammer the wood hammer and stun. It'd be so cool. Like, Torterra would be an absolute unit for Unite. It would be perfect. Everybody would pick him. Everybody would love him. Tortower with the power. Come on now. Simple, easy, classic. You got yourself Aurorus, which would be an awesome freeze mechanic. It'd be able to lower stats. It'd be able to stun lock. It'd be able to shove. It'd be able to push. It'd be a fun supporter. It's not as tanky as a lot of people think it is. It's mostly just offense. So it'd be kind of cool if it was like a mixed defender supporter. Then you got I hate to say it, another Ultra Beast, but we need something because like Ultra Beasts are cool and we need more. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm trying to remember the name. Pheromosa, there you go. Pheromosa. I'm bad with names. But yeah, it's super fast, hits super hard. It would basically be a speedster dashing around, and we just need a counterpart to Buzzwole. That way, Buzzwole can come back into the spotlight and have like a teammate, and maybe even have an event where you could try to get Buzzwole or try to get Pheromosa. So you could have an event for old players and new players. Done. See, easy classic, and you can slap on a bunch of costumes and shit, whatever. I just want another speedster, to be completely honest. It's actually fun. And then you got Galizapod, perfect defender, absolute tank unit right there. And it can use emergency exit to get out of battle and into battle. Really, really, really fun Pokemon right there. Also, it's able to use first impression to just dash around and absolutely gank people. It'd be fun. It'd be a fun defender that could jump around. Its first two moves would be Aqua Jet or Metal Claw because that's what Wimpod can learn at first is Aqua Jet and Metal Claw, and then it would evolve into a Galizapod in which it would learn other moves. Honestly, Glisopod would be great for the game. Then you got Dusknoir, which would be an absolute tank that could phase through walls. I think it should be a ghost and just go through walls entirely. Imagine a Pokemon with pressure as an ability to go through walls. It would be amazing. It'd be a ghost. It's a ghost. It can just go through walls, and then the wall cooldown would activate where it can't go through walls for like another like 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. So it would be an ability that you activate and you can just go through the wall. That would be so funny because somebody's going to eject button thinking they're free and then you just walk through a wall. And then it would have Shadow Sneak to get through walls again. It would teleport to a designated location similar to Mewtwo's teleport, but instead it's Shadow Sneak. So that way, if they go through the wall again, you can just follow them and shove them around using things like Shadow Punch and stuff. I think Dusknoir would be perfect for this game because this mofo doesn't get any love, and I love Dusknoir. It needs love. Now let me tell you something. Groudon, make it return. Come on now, man. We wasted Groudon as a fucking map Pokemon. Like, come on now. And now it's not even a map Pokemon, so you might as well turn it into a playable. It could shove, it could stun, it can burn, it can do all kinds of things. Honestly, Groudon is a perfect contender to be a playable Pokemon. And that would mean map Pokemon could be playable. And that means things like, Venomoth, things like Aqua, what's its name? Arachnorid could be playable because map Pokemon are cool, and I wish that they were playable. Dreadnought really should have been playable after it got out of the maps. So what you would do to make map Pokemon playable is you would not only give them a health bar that looks like a player health bar, but you would also make them slightly either smaller or bigger, depending on what you want to go with. I'd say smaller, so that way you can't confuse them for a map Pokemon, and people can obviously see them as something else. Maybe they'll have special rings around them showing them that they're, not a, map Pokemon. Maybe even do that for all regular, players. So that way people will know, hey, this isn't a map Pokemon, but it is playable. It's playable. That way, Dreadnought can come back, Arachnorid can come back, Rayquaza could come back, Kyogre could come back, Articuno, Zapdos, basically every legendary, every single map Pokemon. I would like to see Excalibur be playable. I would like to see Ludicolo be playable. That'd be fun. But Groudon specifically, because that's my boy. That would be my favorite defender. Now, obviously, Malmetal would semi be all arounder, but no, make it defender, make it stun lock, make it shove, make it an absolute tank lord. Let's go. Deoxys would be the first ever multi-class Mon that could become speedster, supporter, defender, or all-arounder. That would be amazing if Deoxys could do that, because he has all the abilities to do that. He has all the, things to do that, and I'm getting tired. So, Garatina, final defender. Let's go. Let's go. Defender right there. There you go. 24 choices. Do it, Unite. 24 choices by the end of the year. I want to see that profit. Let's go. You like profit, I love profit. Now let's fucking add 24 Pokemon to a month. Let's go. And you do all these choices. Negate Meowth. We don't need Meowth. We don't need Surfetch. If you're going to do it, just throw them in instantly and then immediately go to these. We don't need those guys. We need fucking defenders. We need defenders, supporters, and speedsters. We don't need all-arounder. All-arounders are trash. We need defender, supporter, speedster. Let's go.